Alright, we're back for the third day of Miami. This was, as you guys saw the last video, that middle finger scene always gets me. Luke with his great comedic acts and his great timing for stuff, and Steve just flat out telling you to suck it. Now look at Miguel. This is where you gotta look at the little things. Miguel looks all jolly and happy in this scene, but for what would come later on that day, I don't think anybody saw coming. I know Miguel was complaining the day before that, you know, the Miami weather's getting to him. He might be a little bit under the weather, and you know, you kind of brush it off. It wasn't, you know, we went to ROH, we had a good time, everything was good after the show and all that. And I think we only had about 4 hours of sleep that night. But obviously, I think I had a little bit of a headache. I don't know, but I remember I wasn't feeling too snazzy. And here we are walking to WrestleCon. We ended up finding parking about a block or two away. It was about a 5 or 6 minute walk. And they held it at just a banquet hall, I guess, a convention hall. Very, very big open setting, and you guys can see. But for me, when I look back at this, I'm like, man, like I can't believe I was just walking downtown Miami. I know there's a phrase going around this time of year. It was once in a lifetime. Now, I hope to go back to Miami at some point in my life again. But this time, I was just soaking all the trees and the beautiful sun and just the great weather, because, you know, in Toronto, we were having snow at this time. So to be in Miami was definitely a big treat for me. And I would love to go back. It doesn't matter what time of year, really. So first person we met was, well, I guess Rhino and Colt Cabana. Cabana was sitting there. Rhino came up to him, said hi. And I just ended up buying nothing. I think I just said hi, and I talked about my match with Steve's already taken up the big dollar bills over here, but I was talking to him about Kevin Steen versus El Generico from the night before. He had heard they tore the house down, and Colt's always a cool guy to talk to, whether or not you're buying anything. And Miguel here is pointing out that Bobby the Brain Heenan had the biggest line because it was one of his first conventions that he had done, and obviously, I guess like most fans, we know what kind of shape he's in, so I guess it was just, hate to say it, but a matter of time. But he's still going strong, which is a good thing. Here I'm meeting Sabu, just a simple, how's it going, shake the hand. And here I am. I think it was about a 10-15 minute wait for Heenan. And Luke was kind enough to film for me. I got a good shot in of him signing it, of me getting the figure. And he couldn't even talk, he didn't really shake anybody's hand. And it was really sad to see, but I'm glad I got to meet him. And just, you know, a legacy. He's still going strong, so I don't even know why I'm talking past tense. And here is one of the more, I don't know, I forget that I met the New Age Outlaws. Like, it just rides over everything. I met Mysterio, I met whoever, but I'm like, here I am meeting him. And I saw Road Dogg's tattoo in the back of his head, and I guess he always had the dreadlocks going, so I never noticed it. And I kept staring at it. I'm like, when did you get a tattoo at the back of your head? And Billy Gunn's like, oh, you know, his head was so big it got covered up. And Billy Gunn, everyone says that he's huge in person. I told him that. I'm like, dude, you're huge. He's like, oh, thanks, I get it a lot. And Luke's told this story a bunch of times when him meeting DDP. Just the coolest guy when you meet him. He looked at the picture and he wasn't happy with it. I guess Luke was fine, but here he is telling the guy, back up, like, sell it. And then Diamond Cutter pose, and picture came out great. It was cool being there and just seeing like the excitement on Luke's face, meeting one of the few guys he wanted to meet that weekend. And here's Ballsy Miguel. The reason I say ballsy because it takes a lot of balls, whether or not this guy is a WWE superstar or just another indie guy on that level. Miguel does a great Colt Cabana impression. He did the intro to his podcast. I thought it sounded good. I thought Marty seemed like it sounded pretty good. But Colt didn't seem too impressed. He said that to him, people say to him that he sounds like RVD. But to him, Miguel sounded like Rob Van Dam. So I don't know if that was a compliment or an insult, but I think Miguel did pretty good. And it definitely took a big pair of balls to do what Miguel did, because I would have never done it. I have, like, you know, I can't even heckle a wrestler, and these guys were making impressions. And next was ROH Day 2. And I can't tell you a damn thing about this match, because I don't remember it. I do remember the main event, though. Davey Richards and Michael Elgin tore the house down. I was sitting beside Phil. Phil was going nuts. He was holding on to my shoulder, jumping up and down. I could have sworn he might have kissed me at one point. But, you know, me and Phil got to know each other pretty well this year. It was like our first time meeting. And the show itself wasn't all that great because they did have the power problems with the internet. But with all that, it was still a great time. Even sitting, I think we were third or fourth row. This match alone was worth like everything. And here we are getting ready for the Hall of Fame. Luke looking like Chris Hansen from Dateline NBC, and Steve with his very unique. Oh, there's Miguel. Look at Miguel. he is on planet Jupiter right now. He has no idea what's going on compared to how he was in the morning and what happened in that 4 or 5, or I guess 6 hours. And Steve just showing off his Hall of Fame swag. Got the San Francisco hat on, Wrestlemania 10 T-shirt. You got the blazer. He's got the blazers. You got the blue jeans. Got the running shoes. He still has his WrestleCon wristband on. You can see that. And Luke's just throwing elbows behind him. I don't even think Steve knew. Like, why is he doing that? He's hogging the spotlight. So, Luke getting all kinds of excitement in him. And Steve's just telling us a story about the history of his, I guess his one suit. But at least it's his, not like his dad's that Luke had to... Or at least someone, I know a lot of people, they borrow their dad's suit and they bring it to the Hall of Fame. And Christian, we met up with him at WrestleCon, and he was staying with the UK guys, and I don't know what happened. They have their own schedule. Christian had his own schedule. He just finds his way to us. And I think Christian was making fun of Steve's attire, and I'm like, dude, like, you're in socks and sandals. Like, who are you to judge him? And they're dirty, too. He's got, I guess his feet were dragging a bit. But, yeah, this is obviously, whatever, I don't even know why I filmed, so just zipped his zipper down. Okay, well, that was unexpected. But anyways, we walked over to the Hall of Fame. It was within walking distance, which I liked. What I liked about Miami was actually the only thing, because that was the American Airlines Arena, is that what it's called? Was the only place that was within walking distance. Everything else was a really, really far drive, and it was a big headache, especially with the traffic. Here Miguel is probably thinking, now, why the hell am I here? I'm going to go kill myself in the bathroom. So he goes in the bathroom, and I don't know. Felt bad for him because he was looking forward to the Hall of Fame. Seeing Flair getting inducted. Edge. Oh, Dusty Rhodes made an appearance. Here he is, Horny Dusty, coming out of the woodwork for the Hall of Fame. But I know Miguel was sitting in the middle. Steve was on the left. I was on the right of Miguel. And when you look at him, at some points, he was just sitting there slouched. His eyes were about half open. He was staring, like, into space. And that's why I said he was, like, on planet Jupiter or Pluto. Or he was not on the same Earth as us. He was somewhere else, and I felt so bad because, you know, him staying home would have been that he lost the ticket. You know, these tickets, like, we got the platinum package, so you know they're not cheap. And, yeah, just, he went there, you know, he worked it out, and after the show, him and Steve tried to find somewhere, like some medicine store or whatever it was. I don't know what you guys call it. But they weren't able to because Steve didn't want to drive, so they ended up walking. So we ended up going back to the hotel and ordering a pizza, which will come later on. But here's the Hall of Fame. Always a great time. I know people shit on the Hall of Fame. And, but honestly, I've said it once and I'll say it again. It's always the highlight of the weekend. You go, not for the show, but to hear the stories, the candid stories. And this is what I'm saying in this scene right now. People shit all over the Hall of Fame. And to see Ric Flair, to see Edge, to see DX, to see Del Rio praising his uncle, and whoever else was in that class. It was great. I don't know, was it Drew Carey? No, Drew Carey was the year before. Mike Tyson was a celebrity guest. His speech was great. But, you know, there's always so much stuff that WWE kind of edits out in their version, and you have to be there live to see it. I would have been so upset if I would have missed this year with Bruno and Mick and Bob Backlund and Trish. Just a great time. If anyone, just go to the Hall of Fame. I know some people contemplate, oh, it's going to be boring, I'm going to fall asleep. No, it's a great time. So obviously the Domino's pizza is what we ended up ordering. And I decided to be, nice guy that I am, is give our good friends, Sean Black. I was actually the UK Rampage, but I guess I personalized it to one, I guess their leader, Sean Blackford, and UK Rampage. Oh, and Jobbers. Okay, even better. That was my first time watching this in a while, and I even specified who the Jobbers are, the UK Rampage. See, my writing goes from like caps to like small letters. What's to say? Good luck with getting over. What the hell was I thinking? You suck, man. I'm an ass. Here I am even signing it, the old signature solemn battery with the 3 7s at the top. That's the click. For I gotta spell L-Y-F-E. Gotta do L-Y-F-E. L-Y-F. Okay, good. I wasn't that stupid back then. So I know the story behind this. I gave it to Mr. Christian here. He looked excited. He's all full of excitement to take it back. I'm like, here, give this to them from me. And there's even some jalapenos in there if they get hungry. And the story I hear, allegedly, that this pizza box got confiscated at Border Patrol, at security, at customs, whatever you want to call them. They took away the pizza box. Now, I don't know about you, but I've taken a rock from a murderer's house, and it never got confiscated, so pizza box, it's in question. This scene, I'm not too sure what time it is, but I know Steve still has his WrestleCon wristband on, and he's getting his Twit Pics over. And I remember this thing when I asked him, oh, we're talking about this morning, so I'm trying to get my Twit Pics over, and I fell asleep. This is a classic moment of this whole trip. Steve sleeping doggy style, as so. He is showing how he sleeps. He wakes up, he looks around, he looks at the clock. It's 8 o'clock. Miguel, we gotta go. Oh, it gets me every time. And so we obviously we woke up a little bit late. So Steve showing us what he was like in the morning. And around this time, I asked when Steve took a shower. He fell asleep doggy style. Oh, that's not even a joke, too. He actually did. So I asked him if he had taken a shower, when the last time he took a shower was, because I don't remember him showering at all on this whole trip. So I asked him. Remember, this is Saturday after the Hall of Fame. So I asked him, like, Steve, when was the last time you took a shower? And to me, when I thought back, I'm like, I remember him taking a shower Thursday. So it's been Friday, Saturday. Yeah, so it's been Thursday he did. He missed Friday. He pretty much missed Saturday. And we're already at Sunday right now, Sunday morning. But he denied it. And I'm like, dude, if you have to think about the last time you took a shower, that's not a good thing. And there was a pause because he's trying to think about it. And then Christian, see, I didn't do it. I took a shower. Don't be saying that. So there was a pause. And then Christian's like, SummerSlam. He's like, no. I took a shower at the Fleabag Inn. I'm like, that was on Thursday. I'm like, it's Sunday right now. He's like, it's only Saturday night. I'm like, dude, it's past noon or past midnight. We're heading on Sunday. And I don't even remember if Steve ended up taking a shower the next day. So it's quite possible that Stevie Breach, no shower Steve, did not shower this whole time in Miami. See, 1 day, I missed 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. See, 3 days he pointed out. It's been 3 days since I showered. And I sent Christian here a text message saying, hello, mate, because he was scared of going back to his room because it was definitely past midnight. All his roommates are sleeping, or they're not there. I don't know what the deal was. And I sent him a message. He got all freaked out. He's like, who the hell me sent this hello, mate? And so I let him stew in his own shit for a while until I told him. I'm like, okay, it was me. I'm like, get the hell out of our room. And I actually fell asleep. So I have no idea when Christian left. The guy could have put his ass in my face. I wouldn't even known. So, Christian, I like you, but please keep your ass out of my face. And we'll